All right, we're started. Was that a Misty?
All right, looks like Ryan is starting us off with lands. Gotten a taiga, Misty Rainforest into a taiga.
Um, I just had to refresh my screen. Yep, looks like it.
Looks like Ryan is playing a pretty classic lands deck, except for I'm really excited to see how the Valakut Exploration does. This is the first list I've seen using this card, so there's another opportunity for a landfall trigger. We've got Mana Bond, which you don't always see, I feel like. Is that just me?
Yeah, that's like the occasional one of or two of or
Yeah.
something.
Look at this. We got a secret layer right off the bat. Exploration. Gorgeous.
I love that exploration.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody
And
in chat? I see all of you. Hello, welcome. What are you gonna say?
just followed up by a thespian stage.
Yes. Oh, there's a secret lair or
Mm-hmm.
something. I don't know what that one is actually. That might not
I
be a
be-
secret lair.
is that not a secret layer? Oh, that one is Double Masters. Yeah, that's a Double Masters box topper, I believe.
Oh yeah, the exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I was talking about Daniel's Island. I don't know what that's from. I thought it was a secret lair thing.
Mm.
So many
Yeah, it's
secret
got
layers to
the
keep track.
I know, the little F&M promo, I think, and it's yeah, it's got the little F&M promo as its set symbol. Ponder was a shuffle and a draw on Daniel's side.
So what do you think of this matchup? Do you have any predictions here?
Well, to me, this Omnath deck reads very similar to a Bant Oko Uro deck. So I guess how is Bant snow control Oko Uro deck? How is that deck's matchup normally versus lands? And I'm not sure.
Well,
Snow control versus lands. How do you feel like that baseline is?
so
Or do you disagree in thinking that this is more of a mid-range deck because of
well,
the inclusion of Leovold and Omnath?
yeah, I think Daniel's deck is definitely more of a mid-range deck,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
historically, I think lands beats up on blue X decks like
I agree.
Delver, like Check Pile, like Grixis Control, Bug Control, all that stuff. Those were what lands was designed to pick on.
Right.
This is a little
That was
bit
their
different,
compelling reason not to play blue.
right? And this is, although it's blue because it has Omnath and Leovold and all that stuff, this is more of a Green Sun
Mm-hmm.
Zenith deck, mid range, creature. This one's a little creature light, but historically, Green Sun Zenith decks, right, are a little bit more creature heavy. I
Mm-hmm.
think this will
Yeah.
still be pretty good for lands, but because so many new cards evolved and everything, I'm just going to say, in my mind, this is like a even 50-50 matchup. And chat can let me know
Sure.
if they disagree. This is
Yeah.
pretty
I would be
close.
curious to know. Well, yeah, with the incursion of Omnath, Uro, and Oko, I feel like we just don't know for sure. But that pushes it more towards a mid-range. Or maybe even more of an aggressive strategy if you can get those Uros, Okos, and Omnaths online early. Because this is a very traditional build of lands, it's going to do Punishing Fire, which is a slow burn or a slow death. I mean, I know it has Dark Depths, of course, but
Do you know what that stage just copied, by the way? Were
I
you
do
able
not.
to catch it? Oh, okay, it's fine. I can ask them now. Let's see. Let's find out. Hey guys, what is the stage copy?
Taiga.
Taiga. Put the
Thank you.
stage under Taiga. I think it's gonna be easier for. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thanks guys.
Great.
All right, so it's 2 Taigas.
And what's that in the graveyard? Is that the crop rotation in the graveyard over on Ryan's side?
Yeah, so he cast a crop rotation last turn, and it was countered
Mhm.
by Force of Will.
Mhm.
Likely looking for Dark Depths or similar, something
Mhm.
relevant. What do you think of Omnath and Legacy? I know we were talking about before the show that neither you or I have cast Omnaths in our life yet, at least not the new four-color
No,
one. Do you think this
no.
card has legs in Legacy, or is this people just screwing around?
Well, every time I read this Omnath, I just can't believe everything that triggers off of landfall. Whenever, it just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Landfall gain 4. If this is the first time, then this for the first time. On the second time, you get Wooburg minus black. And then on the third time, it deals 4 to each opponent and planeswalker you don't control. And at least in standard and other arena formats, they've been able to get this out quickly with things like Lotus Cobra. Now, what's interesting is I wouldn't say Daniel's deck looks like it's built to abuse Omnath.
It does, yeah. So, um, this is on topic, but has nothing to do with Legacy. I know you
Mm-hmm.
play more Commander than I do. You
Sure.
know how we have Simic, Celestia, Grixis, Bant, right? We have all these names for like color combinations.
Yeah.
Is the color combination that Omnath is now called Omnath in Commander?
We usually just say not whatever, right? So it's not
Yeah.
black. I don't have guild names or anything like that. Yeah.
So I guess it's
So
just
like
Omnath then.
Atraxa in Legacy or in Commander is very
Hmm.
popular, and that one's not red. You know.
So if you tell people you have a deck and you don't want to say it's a Traxa for whatever reason, you'll say I have a not red deck. Is that how you describe
That's
it?
how I say it, but
Okay,
EDH community can certainly chime in and prove me wrong. But I always refer to the 4-colored commanders by everything but.
gotcha. I was just wondering.
So it looks like Ryan is somewhat struggling to put together his combo. He only had that one crop rotation countered, and other than that, he's been able to play Caracas, which certainly could interact with Omnath. I believe Leovold is also legendary, Leovold or Uro, but
Yep.
feels a long way away from the combo right now, especially with an Uro on the field. Excuse me, an Oko on the field. There are too many two-syllable ones that have vowel, consonant, vowel right now. Okay, there are 2, but they're the same color.
Uh-oh. Ryan's all the way down to 12. I messed up a whole bunch of damage. Whoops. Um, Lands is kind of also the ultimate mid-range deck, though. Like, Lands can probably, off the top of my head, outlast, historically anyway, not talking about the last 12 months. Historically,
Sure,
Lands can outlast any other mid-range deck that exists in Legacy.
agreed.
Um, so Ryan just dropping lands and passing does not mean he's out of this game just yet.
That's true.
But
Thespian
he,
stage copying. I would assume Caracas, but I did not exactly hear the name.
oh, he copied something there?
Oh, it can't be Caracas. Caracas is legendary.
Or did he just play that? Did you just play that,
He
Carcass?
he did just play the Thespian stage. I guess it's not copying anything yet. I
Right,
forgot it
okay.
wasn't Suva.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love the inclusion of Sheltered Thicket in Ryan's list. I'm a big fan of Ryan's list. I hope it shows up. Green Sun Zenith X equals 2 on Daniel's side. So that's probably an Ice Fang. Yep.
Yep. Unlike most Green Sun Zenith decks, Daniels doesn't have a lot of options. You know,
All right, we got
you're not fetching ones, twos, threes.
we got Dryad Arbor at 0, Ice Fang at 2, Uro at 3, and Omnath at 4. It doesn't feel like you're going to be going for the Uro or the Omnaths.
You forgot Leovold. He's been
And
exiled,
Leovold, that's right.
though. Leovold, one of my favorite legacy cards.
You like calling the 4-color not black or
Not white.
So if you're
not
calling
white.
it, if it not white, is wet jund. Got it. I have heard that one.
I've never heard that before, but it sounds
Hmm
kind of gross for some reason.
Yeah. It's like wet dog, you know.
Yeah. Oh, what kind of deck you're playing? Wet Junt. Ew.
So it looks like there's 4 Grove of the Burn Willows. Looks like we are ramping up for a Punishing Fire sequence.
If that's Ryan's plan, he's in bad shape.
Yeah. Ryan said, draw, I lose. So he didn't get there.
All right. Going to game 2. So game 1 goes to Omnath, everybody. We should probably ban this card in Legacy. I think it's too powerful.
Yes. I'm not familiar with what exactly filled the hole left. Like what are the boogeymen in Historic right now? But it was taking up a very large part of the meta. It just is eminently beatable. So
I think Goblins is
I was
nuts right
obviously
now. Goblins is
yeah,
still nuts.
Muxus. Oh my gosh. Landon has been waiting for his Muxus deck to get banned out from under him because so he literally only plays like 1 or 2 in his because he thinks it's just not going to last.
Oh, he didn't even redeem his wild card yet? That's funny.
Tropical Island Ponder on Daniel's side and a Rashadan Port, which I feel like might be one of your least favorite lands to lead on if you're playing lands.
Yeah, I mean that was just not a great first turn for Ryan. You want to be going Greenland or Mox Diamond, Exploration, drop another land, pass.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want. But who knows? I think ooh, chat's cheering for lands here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ryan mulliganed, right?
Yes, he did.
At least a 6.
Ooh, followed up by a Ghost Corridor. And he's going
Alright.
to port down the land on Daniel's upkeep.
I mean, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take the tempo play if nothing else.
Yep.
I also see that Ryan includes a fun of Grasping Dunes, which is a desert land.
Yes. Good catch.
Makes a wingding. And then 1 and tap it, sack to put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. So I think that is excellent anti-infect, which I know lands is often weak to because infect can go off so quickly.
I like the wing ding for colorless mana. I've never heard anybody use that before, and
Oh, yeah.
everyone from now on should just say wing ding.
Yeah. I don't know who I stole that from, but that's how I've been calling colorless mana for a while.
We'll just say it started with you.
Yeah, right. But I know I stole it from someone.
Nope, you made it up all by yourself.
Oh, and also for Arcanist, yes, that are you saying because that makes it a 0/2 zone ender?
Oh yeah.
And then does it not trigger if it's a 0/2? Yes, it would not trigger because it doesn't do damage. Nice. Probably more common to do it that way because infect is not a very large part of the meta.
Not at the moment. Gothmog is here. What's up, Gothmog? Which Omnath? We're talking about Omnath, Locus of Creation. Only the best Omnath.
Oh no. Gothmog plays infect. There are dozens of us. It's true. It's got to be like 2% of the meta, though.
I mean, there was a time, right? There was a time. It'll be back. It'll be back.
1%.
The top 1%.
I was going to say the bottom 1%, but
The bottom 1%. The 1% that the nobody has a problem with.
yeah.
Oh, what happened to port? Oh, okay.
It was just taking a moment. Oh, we
Oh,
also
really?
got a Field of the Dead. So we got 3 colorless lands starting off on the land side of the battlefield.
Yep.
Yeah. Lands is the other 2%. Mm-hmm.
Lands is not 2%. Come on.
Well, lands is 2% because you got to have a Tabernacle of Pendlevale. That card is still supremely expensive and will probably remain so.
They should put Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale into Historic on Arena. Just
Yeah, why not?
How silly
That
would
and
that
Moat.
be? Yeah. Just the most unfun, stupidest cards from Magic's
Yeah.
history.
I'm still
And
pretty sure Moat
expensivest.
has never been drafted out of my cube, so I kind of want to take it out because it's so darn expensive and I don't own it yet.
Hmm.
So, because people don't want to play those unfun strategies.
You could put Magus of the Moat instead.
That's true. It's a lot cheaper. Oh,
I
Mox
don't know.
Diamond. Here we go. Maybe we get some colored mana.
All
Discarding
right.
Wasteland. Another
I dig it.
colorless mana source.
Let's see. All right, there's exploration. Making progress here.
Mm-hmm. 3 cards in hand. Exploration. Daniel's having to think. Zone
So,
Ender, you're right. If we put some of those old broken cards / unfun cards, maybe more people play Arena. Unfortunately, exploration is getting forced.
yeah. I don't think they should rush into Tabernacle at Pentral Vale just yet.
Probably not.
Let's go with some other old favorites first
Yeah.
before we start with that. Just a
Good old
nonsense card.
fashioned Hymn to Turok.
Yeah, why not? Ice Fangs here. I like Ice Fangs.
Mm-hmm.
Days in Wasteland. Yeah, that's a little bit more my flavor.
That's true. That probably is. That would be an exciting and interesting place to start because I know people have wondered if Modern could handle Wasteland. So it would be, I think, really interesting to kind of leapfrog over and see what it would be like to have a newer format, including Wasteland.
Yeah. It might be too good and too unfun and historic as it is right now, but
Probably.
over the short term, over the next couple of years, it'd be cool to add cards like that in for sure. And Modern Horizons 2 is coming out this coming year, 2021. It's
Oh,
possible we'll
okay.
see Wasteland in Days. It's possible. And put those cards right into Modern.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people were hoping for that the first time around with Modern Horizons.
Yeah. I don't think Wasteland should be in Modern, but
Not yet, no.
yeah.
It's not
I'm
powerful
also
enough.
nervous of Modern. I don't know. Modern needs a clear identity, and I think keeping Wasteland out of Modern helps it maintain its identity as a format.
Yeah.
Ooh, another colored land coming down. We got Grove of the Burning Willows. Or color producing. Yeah, Zone Ender, I'm on your side. Please, no more free counters.
No more free counters? What free counters are there? Like Pact Negation?
Force negation, I'm thinking of
Oh,
particularly.
right. I forgot Force Negation is in Modern.
Yeah.
It just feels like a
It's
legacy
not.
card to me now.
Mm-hmm. It's not prevalent or oppressive because obviously it doesn't counter creatures, which are a huge part of the modern meta, but
Yeah.
it's powerful. Free counters are extremely powerful.
Yeah, for sure. But do you think Force of Negation... We're so off topic, but Force of Negation, has it disabled any prevalent strategies in Modern? I feel like it hasn't really done anything. Like, there's no
Right.
deck that's like, Force of Negation is here, and that's it. We're done. Not that I know of.
No, I wouldn't say so. And I play, Titan Shift, which relies heavily on casting its spells. And I
Yeah.
haven't found Force of Negation, pushing that deck down or anything like that.
Yeah, so that's a good thing. Um,
Daniel having to
Pondering.
think on his ponder. Gonna leave him on top.
Just 5 lands in play for Ryan.
Yeah,
Um,
they do all have different names. Oh, okay, I guess I have 4 lands in play because that Mox is in there.
oh, right, yeah. I was just gonna say 2 more lands and he has Field Online, but it's actually 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. but the banned and restricted, I still don't know anyone who plays Brawl. I'm sorry. I can't make any comments about Brawl. I know it has something to do with Wednesdays, and that's as much as I could say.
Yeah. I had like one Friday Night Magic I played Brawl on Arena. You know when they do like the special format and then you get an arena code or whatever from your LGS.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't really like it that much. I was just kind of bored.
Here
That was a
is
long time ago.
Oko.
Though. Oko.
Is Oko gonna elk the Mox? Maybe.
It looks like it. Nope.
Nope,
Make it
we got
a
a
food.
food.
I like it.
So Oko is only modern, or excuse me, is only legal in Legacy now,
Yes. And vintage, I guess. Yeah.
and Vintage.
Do people play Oko and Commander? I feel like I've asked this question before, but do they?
We don't have a lot of people who play Simic
Okay.
in our Commander group, but I feel like they should.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good Commander card,
Mhm.
right? Being able to elk opponents like Eldrazi's and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm so Oko is also a big staple of the Vintage Cube, which you know is coming around this holiday season.
Mm.
And there's been some discussion if what the best pack one pick one is, and I know a lot of people will say Soul Ring, you know, so that's an obvious one. But if you're given the choice between Jace and Oko, you know, none of the power or Soul Ring, basically. What are you
Right.
picking? And I think now Oko is the strongest planeswalker in the Vintage Cube, I guess is what I'm saying.
What other planeswalkers
That,
are even in the Vintage Cube besides Jace?
probably everything that's best in slot, basically.
Okay.
So in the whites, you're going to see Gideons and Elspeths, Sun's Champion, Gideon, Ally of Zendikar are the popular ones. Looks like this Oko is getting Punishing Fired. We had double Punishing Fire, and then oh
Oh,
man,
surgical. Ouch.
I really thought they were going to be able to get that Oko,
Oh, it's a Fairy Time Rattler. Yeah,
but
that's a good one.
getting out. I mean, there is a whole Planeswalker Control is a definitely a deck you can get in the Vintage Cube that is super strong.
Okay. That's fair. So I think of like the vintage format, like the constructed format, and I have like in my head Jace the Mind Sculptor, Oko, Dak Faden,
Narset.
Narset, maybe Ashiok, and that is it. That yeah, there's nobody else,
Sure.
at least off the top of my head, that I could think of that has made any appearances recently. And am I wrong, chat? Is there
Well,
any
there
other
was a,
vintage
a hot
planeswalker?
second that there was
Oh, Teferi. Teferi. I forgot about that.
Teferi, Time Reveler, and there was a red Planeswalker where you could cheat creatures off the top. There was a weird deck that used that, and I can't remember the name of that
Luca?
Planeswalker
The
right
new
now.
Planeswalker? Luca?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if that deck stuck around. People are always brewing in Legacy in Vintage. Karn is also
Oh yeah, I
four
forgot about
drop
Karn.
Karn is really big in
Yeah, that's true. I think it got
Vintage.
restricted now, right? Or no? Am I wrong?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe people wanted it to be or something. I don't play much vintage.
And Karn the Great Creator.
All right, I forgot Karn and Teferi. Sorry, everybody.
But the great thing about the Vintage Cube is all the different colors are strong enough, and there are planeswalkers that are win cons in all the different colors.
True. Valcott
Oh,
Exploration.
here we
in hand.
go! Valakut Exploration on the stack. It is restricted. Okay. Yeah, those lock piece cards tend to get restricted.
Yeah. Karn just shut off way too many cards in vintage just because every deck runs so many artifacts with activated abilities.
Yeah.
All right, Valakut Exploration is here, everybody.
It resolved, yes.
Mazavith trigger.
Is it? Oh, he's going to respond to the trigger on the stack. Daniel is.
That's not good.
There's a
Have
bit
you
of
played
discussion
Vintage
between
recently?
the players. I did. I played Vintage at the end of September, and it was it was a great experience. But if you don't play it that often, you know, it's a very, very complex format.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I'm lost most of the time when I try to play Vintage.
Mhm.
I just
And it's
not up on it.
which is why I love it, because it's every little interaction is
Mhm.
important. Every single teeny tiny choice is important. So that's why I really enjoy playing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I decided I think I asked chat in Twitter, but I played a Hollowvine deck recently
Gotcha. Okay.
with Bazaar of Baghdad because that was a ton of fun.
That sounds
Okay.
fun.
So the landfall trigger did end up resolving, and the reveal is Life in the Loam.
Almost every time I played Vintage, it ended with me losing because I'm like, oh right, I forgot Time Twister as a card.
Right. Yeah. Oh, right.
Whoops.
Yeah, for sure.
Or something like that. You know,
Hmm.
I just don't play it enough.
It was a ton of fun to play with Bazaar of Baghdad, though. It's just
Was it though?
stupid powerful. Yeah,
No, I'm just
in
playing.
my hands.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
I did definitely lose to the mirror, though.
Yeah. And I've done some of those games where people are just like, okay, Mishra's Workshop, Thorn of Amethyst,
Yeah.
like a whole bunch of hate, just Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2,
Shops,
pass.
shops,
Like, what the
shops.
hell?
Mm-hmm.
Do I even get to play?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like the tutor in your ear who's just like, why didn't you mulligan until you had Force of Will? I'm like, well, I mean, I thought I'd be able to
Yeah.
take my turn.
Yeah.
The format is funny like that.
So it looks like this Life in the Loam may still be resolving. Daniel's fetching, getting a snow-covered forest.
That's a secret lair. That one is a secret lair. I know that for a fact because I have it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, right. The fairy tale lands or whatever they were.
Yes, Eldraine Wonderland. Yep,
Yes.
I got that one for Christmas.
Yes, Force of Vigor has been an extremely important card. I would totally agree, Rollin.
Yep.
I mean, that card has saved so many of my decks that, yeah, like my Legacy Dredge deck needs it. Scapeshift needs it a lot. I'm so grateful to have that piece.
Yep. All right.
Amazing.
So
The elk
Mizavith.
coming in.
And 1 damage comes in, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm. 18, 15.
Roland's playing in round 3.
Great. Is Roland our shops player or not shops player? Pox player or no?
No, Greg Berlin was playing Pox next round and Depths for Roland in round 3.
Oh, excellent.
So that should be fun.
Oh, he's a shops player. Well, sometimes you just got to play the best deck. I get it. I get it. Whereas maybe that's not true anymore. Again, I'm not familiar enough with Vintage. I just think it's really cool.
So Roland is known as a shops player. Roland
Okay.
walks around this earth and people point at him and say, shops player. That's what Roland is. That's what he exists
Okay.
as. It's true.
Nature's Claim on the Valakut Exploration, bringing Ryan up to 22. Tinker Colossus turn 1. Surprise! Yeah. I actually took out, for a brief second, Tinker Blightsteel Colossus for my cube because it's only a 360 cube, and I didn't want to have a 2-card, and I didn't want to have 2-card combos because in a 360 cube you see all the cards when you draft, and it's just more likely that you're going to get the combo piece unless somebody hate drafts it. So we took it out. But I actually recently put it back in because I love the Blightsteel Colossus art from whatever that was, Box Toppers.
Oh
I really
yeah,
wanted it in
that
my
was nice.
cube.
Is Scrappy Scrounger still in there?
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
By the way, in
It's
case
a great
anybody
card.
missed it, Nile Spellbomb took out the graveyard with Loam in it, so Loam's gone.
Okay.
Just want to point that out. And Nature's Claim blew up the Valakut Exploration, everybody.
Isn't Transmute Artifact 5 mana?
Transmute is 2 mana.
It is
Right?
not, is it?
I thought it was.
What am I thinking? Whoa. Blue. Got it. There you go. I can't believe what a wall of text that is. And then pay the difference.
They should just ban that card. Too much text.
That's the one that has the like skeleton art, right? At an angle.
I don't
Really
know
good.
if it's a skeleton actually. I can't picture it in my brain right now.
It kind of looks like a fossil, right?
Does it?
I'm looking. Okay,
Chat,
I'm
what is
super
transmute
wrong.
art?
I don't know what card I'm thinking of now.
Yeah, I don't know what you're thinking
no.
of either. But I can't picture the transmute artifact art in my head, so I don't know if you were right or wrong, honestly.
Transmute Artifact is like a red absorby thing happening.
Okay. Red absorby thing. I don't know. I
God,
gotta look it up later. I would open it now, but I don't feel like it.
There you go.
Oh, you found it. All right, now I'll open it. I just didn't feel like looking for it.
Is it like
That's
clone
right. Yeah, it's a
artifact?
weird, like.
Oh no. Okay, I found the card I'm thinking of. It is Copy Artifact.
Oh, okay. I can't picture that art either, but I believe you. It looks like oh, Uro got cast and is now in the yard. Okay. I know everybody watching at home can't see Daniel's graveyard too well. I'm gonna try and fix that now as best as I can.
But safe to say, Daniel can cast Uro next turn. So this
Yes.
is an important turn for Ryan. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands, which is going to trigger that Field of the Dead.
Nice.
And can
that's pretty
he
relevant
Ghost
with
Quarter
Maze.
away? Yeah, with Maze. He cannot Ghost Quarter away Daniel's ability to play Omnath? Or can he? No, he cannot. And 2 Punishing Fires got exiled with that Nile Spellbomb. So that feels bad too.
Yep. And they didn't even kill Oko. They just gave him a band-aid for a turn. Crop Rot.
Crop Rotation stacking Taiga.
Those cards are actually not exiled. Okay, he fixed it already.
Brainstorm in response.
8 minutes left in the round. I'm just going to let them
Land's
know
going to have a quick start. They can win this game.
It's about 9 minutes left in the round, guys. Just so they know. Yeah, Oko does make streaming paper a little bit more difficult for us to fill. That is true. Because what is an elk? What is a food? We've had like dyes on creatures to show that they're elks.
Yeah, because I don't have elk tokens like you guys do, so I just put a 3 dice on it. So
yeah.
Oops, that crop rotation got force and negationed.
Well, that sucks.
Ryan is going to port down a land on Daniel's upkeep with the combination, even with the combination of port and Ghost Quarter. He does have Wasteland. If he really wanted to keep that Uro from being able to be cast this turn, he could.
True.
But that would be a lot of resources. And he would no longer be able to continue to trigger Field of the Dead. So I think I would probably say that it wasn't worth it.
Well,
And agree
looks like
with
we're seeing
what
an
Ryan
escape
did.
here. Is Ryan hellbent? I believe so. I believe he is hellbent.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so. He might have a card in hand.
It's a big might. All right, so Uro's here. Game's looking good for Omnath at the moment. We still have not seen Omnath though.
No.
I'm getting a little angry.
Did that? Okay, yeah. For some reason, I thought Mystic Sanctuary is 4, but it's 3 or more other islands, so that comes in untapped. We've got Ponder going on top of the library.
Yep.
Making a food. That Uro being down there with the lands behind under the food.
Yeah. Just running out of space on the board, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What happened there? Okay, so he took
He,
the Arkham's Astrolabe out of combat. Took 4.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it does look like Ryan is hellbent because he's only showing us 1 card in hand.
What does Ryan need here?
Okay, fetch land. That's going to trigger Field of the Dead, and then you could trigger it again.
Yep.
He's only got 5 minutes left, but this might be salvageable.
Yep. Well, attacking for quite a bit here. He's going to take 7.
Yes,
Oh
we've
no,
got
I'm sorry. He
3
has
elks.
zombie tokens. 3 elks
3 elks coming in.
and Uro.
Uro. Yeah, he's down a game, unfortunately.
Yep. Not good to be down a game with 5 minutes left on lands.
Mm-hmm. Ryan's gonna fetch. Maybe. Yep. To get himself another chump blocker. Is it chump blocking time? Probably.
Yep.
But unfortunately, Ryan doesn't even have a thespian stage. So maybe it makes more sense to just chump the Uro and then take one of the food out of combat. Doesn't that buy you the most time?
So he's at 13. You're saying
Mm-hmm.
to maze not Uro and chump Uro? I mean, if you maze... Oh, triple block Uro. And yeah, I don't know. He just took...
So he double blocked an elk, mazed Uro, and I think he's taking 4, going to 9.
Okay.
I'm not sure triple blocking the Uro is correct either. Having no cards in hand, this could be, you're just living off the top.
Yep. Ponder here, second main phase.
Forceville, that is an interesting brew you're proposing. So lands, that is including Shark Typhoon and Hall of Heliod's Generosity. You'd have to shift it over to blue.
All right.
Okay. Looks like we got Omnath coming up as our round 1 winner.
Yep. Let's tune into the players.